Hi everyone, my name is Kate, welcome back to my wondernetting channel. In today's video I'm gonna show you how to crochet this baby doll top. Honestly, you can easily turn this top into a skirt or even a dress, or maybe make different styles of tops out of this top. Originally I was planning to make something completely different, but as I was working on it kind of evolved into what you see on me now. This top is super easy and quick to make, beginners 100% handle it. It's perfect for summer and spring, it's really breathable, so you definitely won't feel hot wearing it in the summer. I leave the writing instruction to this top in the iSTITCHER app. The link will be in the description below. This app was actually created by my husband for our crochet knitting community. It's where I make all my diagrams, all my charts, the one with symbols that go into my writing patterns, and basically where I store all my projects and instructions. And also this app has a really useful tools, like a lot of different calculators, so that will be useful for you while you crocheting or knitting. I have a separate video on my channel about this app, how to use it, so make sure to check it out and download it. Before we start, please subscribe to my channel, like this video and leave your comment, it helps others to see this video. And let's get started. So we'll need a little more than one skein of this yarn from Little Things. I'll leave a link to this yarn in the description below the video. Honestly, you can fit everything into just one skein. I'll show you how to do that a bit later. We'll also need 4mm hook, stitch markers, scissors and yarn needle for sewing. Alright, to start we're not going to make a foundation chain. Instead we'll go straight into double crochets. Make chain of 3, yarn over and insert your hook into the first loop. Then crochet only through the first loop. Now you'll have 3 loops on your hook again. Yarn over and complete it like a regular double crochet. Pull through 2 loops, then pull through 2 remaining 2 loops. You can place a stitch marker in the first stitch so you don't lose it in the next row. Then yarn over again, insert your hook into the base of that double crochet, into that very first loop we made, and repeat the same process. Pull through 1 loop first, then finish remaining 3 loops as double crochet. And then just keep making double crochets the same way. Of course, you could start with a regular chain and then work double crochets into it, but this method gives you a stretchier edge and it won't pull in. Once you've made as many double crochets as you want for the width of the top, you are good to go. I'm going to make about 36 stitches, but keep in mind I'll be folding the fabric in half so it's thicker. And here's where you can save yarn. You can make just one layer instead, so instead of 36 stitches you could do something like 18 stitches. Once you have your stitches, turn your work without chaining. Insert your hook into the first stitch and make a single crochet. Then insert your hook into that same stitch again and make another single crochet. We'll start every row like this, so you can place a marker here too. This way you won't get gaps along the edges like you would if you used a chain of 3, and your edges will look clean and neat. Next, all your double crochets should be worked into the back loop only. Continue like this until the end of the row. At the end, turn your work again and start the row the same way, single crochet into a single crochet, and continue with back loop double crochets. In the end, you'll have a rectangle. Since I'm folding mine in half for extra thickness, my rectangle will be wider, and I'll be making about 48 rows. You need to make enough rows to wrap around your bust. It can be slightly snug or just comfortably fitted. So just keep going until it fits you the way you like. So I've made 48 rows and they wrap nicely around my bust. Now we need to join the rectangle. Don't cut the yarn, just insert your hook into the other side of this piece, grab the loop and pull it through. Then continue by making slip stitches through the back loop only all the way to the end of the row. At the end of the row again, don't cut the yarn because we are going to move straight on to the bottom part of the top. To start the bottom section, we need to make increases. You can see the rows here. We'll be inserting the hook into the very edge of each row, right into the middle of the stitch, so we don't create large gaps. We'll treat each row as if it were 2 stitches. Into each stitch, we need to make 2 triple crochets. Triple crochets means yarn over 3 times. So chain 5, this counts as your first triple crochet. Then insert your hook right into the middle of the stitch and make 2 triple crochets. Pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2 and pull through 2. After that, go slightly lower into the same row and make 2 more triple crochets. Then move on to the next row and repeat the same process. Continue like this all the way around the top, so for every row you'll be making 4 triple crochets. Once you've completed the round, join with the slip stitch into the 5th chain of your starting chain. Next, chain 5 again, turn your work and continue working 1 triple crochet into each stitch. At the end of the row, join again with a slip stitch into the 5th chain of your starting chain, then repeat chain 5, turn your work and keep working the same way. You'll need to make as many rows as you want for your top. At this point, you can totally customize it. You can turn it into a dress by simply continuing for more rows, or even make it into a skirt. If you want a skirt and your top section is folded in half like mine, you can insert an elastic band inside, or you can use elastic threads and work slip stitches all along the top edge to create that stretchy waistband. You could also turn this into a dress, think of the top part as a corset, and then build the rest of the dress from there. There are honestly so many ways you can transform this piece. As for me, I'm going to fold the top part in half to make it thicker, like I mentioned before. This top section shouldn't fully cover the bust. It should sit slightly above it. That's what gives it the classic baby doll look. But of course, you can adjust it so it sits right across the center of your bust if you prefer. To make the bottom edge look neater, just go around and work slip stitches along the edge. I fold the top in half, take a needle and sew the 2 layers together from the wrong side. At the end, I just tie a knot and join the ends. Probably the only downside of this yarn is that the skein is pretty big and it starts unraveling really quickly. If you pull from the center or even from the outside, the skein loosens up fast, kind of collapses and eventually just turns into a messy pile of yarn. So what I like to do with big skeins like this is I rewind them into nice, neat yarn cakes. For that, I use an electric yarn winder from Kato. This one is actually cordless, which I love. You can just turn it on without plugging it in. It runs on a battery, which makes it super convenient. The battery life is pretty good too. Mine is a bit low right now, so I'll need to charge it soon. But overall, it's my favorite yarn winder. Let's quickly rewind this skein, especially since I need the yellow yarn again to start working on the straps. I actually started another project with this yarn from a different skein, but I didn't like how it turned out, so I stopped. So now I'm just going to unravel what I made and rewind everything into a nice clean cake. Threading the yarn to this window is super easy, even beginners can handle it, no problem. I leave the link to this cordless yarn winder from Kato in the description below this video, and with my code WONDER you can get 15% off your purchase. Actually, you can use my code for pretty much all Kato's products. I'm honestly a big fan of their stuff. I have this yarn winder and I-cord machine and even an embroidery machine from them. Everything is really good quality, and for the price it's actually very affordable. So definitely check them out. Also, this process is weirdly satisfying. Just watching the yarn wind into a perfect cake is so relaxing. And look at this, just look how big and beautiful this yarn cake turned out. It kind of reminds me of something from Interstellar with those little holes. Super interesting texture. And now I can finally crochet without worrying about my yarn turning into a tangled mess again. The link to the yarn winder will be in the description below this video, be sure to check it out, and with my code WONDER you can get 15% off. Now the only thing left is to add the straps. You can leave the top strapless or make any kind of straps you like. I'm going to position mine based on my bra. I'll use stitch markers to mark where each strap will start. Between my markers I have 3 rows, so overall my strap will be 5 rows, but I'll be shaping it with decreases. We'll be working double crochets here. To start, we'll make a decrease, insert your hook into the row right before the marker. Make 2 chains, and into that same spot work 1 more double crochet. This acts as a decrease. And then continue working double crochets across the row. So keep in mind that we make 2 double crochets into 1 row. When you reach the marker, go into the next row after it and make another decrease for double crochets. Turn your work and again start with a decrease. Insert your hook into the first stitch, then into the second. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. Pull through all 3 together. After that, insert your hook into the front loop and make a single crochet on top. So that's your decrease at the beginning of the row. Continue with double crochets as usual, and when you reach the last 2 stitches, make another decrease. Make 4 rows with decreases like this. After that, just work straight rows without decreases until the strap reaches the middle of your shoulder. So for one strap I ended up with 11 rows in total. Now we need to mark where to attach the back strap. I'm just measuring based on my top, and I start the row the same way with decreases. So everything is exactly the same, just with fewer rows this time. Then I turn my work and keep making decreases the same way until I'm left with just 2 stitches, 2 double crochets. After that, I simply work straight rows going up. On the 9th row, I start making increases. So I make 1 double crochet, then into that same first stitch I make another one. In the last stitch I make an increase again, 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Turn your work, and row 10 is just work normally without increases. Then row 11, again with increases, 1 increase in the first stitch and 1 in the last stitch. This way we'll get back to the same number of stitches at the front strap, so we can easily join them together. The strap will gradually widen or narrow, which looks really nice. To join the strap, you slip stitches on the wrong side and repeat the same exact process for the second strap. And now your top already looks like this. The last step is to add an edging all around the top. You can choose any edging you like, single crochet, slip stitches or something more decorative. I'm going to do small shell stitches. I start at the shoulder seam and I'm using lighter yarn color for contrast. My top is more of a rich yellow and I want the edging to be a very soft pale yellow. So starting from the shoulder seam, remember one row counts as 2 stitches. In the first stitch, make a single crochet. Then skip 2 stitches and into the third stitch make 5 double crochets. Then skip 2 stitches again and make 1 single crochet. Skip 2 stitches and again make 5 double crochets into 1 stitch. This creates nice shell effect. Continue like this all the way around the neckline and also around the armholes. When you finish, join with a slip stitch, chain 1 and cut the yarn. All that's left is to view in the ends. And that's it, your top is done. As you can see, it turns out super cute and it has that perfect baby doll shape. Like I mentioned before, the top part should sit slightly above the bust, not right across the center. That's what gives it the authentic baby doll look. You might also notice these little holes on the straps. They come from working into double crochet layer. You could leave them as they are or thread a cord or ribbon through them. You could even view a ribbon all around the top and tie a bow in the center. That would look really pretty and also hide the holes. Personally, I don't mind them at all. I like how it looks already. I also really love the gradient effect. It goes from a rich yellow to a soft light yellow and it looks so beautiful. And it's amazing that you can achieve this with just one skein of yarn. Plus, the edging adds a really nice contrast to the top, so definitely check out this yarn. The link will be in the description and let me know in the comments what you think about this top. Also, don't forget, the writing pattern will be available in the iSTITCHER app. I thank you for watching this video, I'm sure you did as well. If you have any questions, feel free to add them in the comments or DM me on my Instagram. Be sure to check the writing pattern in the iSTITCHER app and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, kitties!